Well, welcome to Fight Week. How does it feel?
Natural, amazing. Yeah, yeah.
Is it everything you thought it would be and more?
To be honest, I didn't imagine anything. I was just looking forward for the feeling. And the feeling is undescribable. Yeah, it feels I'm in the right place. Yeah.
Is there any extra pressure knowing you're going to do this final on a card in front of people and there won't be TV there? It's just, I mean, there's TV obviously, but different TV, not reality TV.
I wouldn't call it pressure. I would say it's more excitement. I love the cameras. I love the show. I love the lights. And the bigger the stage gets, the more excited I get to go in there. So I'm so fucking pumped. It's yeah.
What was the experience like on the show for you?
I loved every single day. I woke up every day with a smile on my face. It was the perfect environment for me. I feel like my whole life prepared me to be in this house and to perform to my best. I just had this feeling every day that I'm a man on a mission, and I don't want to lie. Everyone has doubts, before the fights and stuff. I had these doubts, but I would always, for example, in the morning, I'd go for my run, and I would tell me, nothing's going to stop you today. You're going to change your life today. This is your time. And I would say this for 5 weeks straight, every day to myself. And I think it manifested. So, yeah.
Was there anything about the experience that you didn't like? Was it, like being
That I had to leave.
Yeah. Oh,
I didn't want to leave. I told the producers, hey, can I stay here?
nice house, huh?
Yeah. It's like, it's not about the house. It's like, you don't care about anything, right? You get food, you get everything you need, and you just train, fight, and yeah, I miss it. Yeah.
The last guy said the same thing, that he misses it. That's funny. That's not something I hear that often from you guys.
I think our season was different. Our season was so different. I grew up watching The Ultimate Fighter, and our season, especially our team Grasso, we miss each other. Like, literally, we text each other every day, and we're waiting for this big reunion. When I see the guys here, we built such a strong bond and such special, unique relationship. I think that's why they miss it, because we woke up every day being around people you don't have to explain yourself to, and that support each other. And yeah, it was just, yeah, pure bliss. Yeah.
Why do you think that it was different for you guys?
I to be honest, I don't know. I think the energies of everyone matched very well. Like when I was standing there at the evaluations and Alexa would pick the team, every pick she did, I was like, well, this cannot get better. And at this point, we didn't really knew each other, but every day you start to get to know each other better, and you could just see Alexa picked 8 guys that are in their core, like kind of the same, like values, same mindset, same humor, and all this created just such a good energy. Yeah.
Was there anything that that happened during the show filming that didn't make it on the show that you wish they had shown?
No.
Really?
Okay, sorry. No, I understood a question wrong. Yes, actually everything, because we had so funny moments driving to the Apex, or like I remember some situations where the producers were like, cut it. You like, we said so many funny shit, and we were laughing every day. I think I had, in the first week, I literally had a sore abs for 3 days because I was laughing nonstop. We were talking so much shit, but obviously that was not able to put on TV. Nobody would put this on TV.
What would you say is your biggest takeaway from the coaches from that time?
Okay, picture this. A champion of the world in the biggest organization in the world takes time to get to know each fighter personally and to make everything possible so they reach their goals, what bigger of a lesson about staying humble you can get, you know? And seeing this from her, I have goosebumps right now because she's a fucking champion of the world. She treated us like a big sister. And to see this and having this as the first real, like, I knew UFC fighters before, right? But she's a champion. The first interaction I have with the UFC champion is they're down to earth, humble, and just this sweet, warm-hearted person. So I think I will keep this forever. Doesn't matter how high you climb on this ladder in this show. Stay humble and look out for the people around you, you know? There's this famous quote of The Rock. He said, strong people don't put others down, they lift them up. And she embraced that. Yeah, amazing. Yeah.
That's awesome. What do you see ahead for you for this fight? What are your thoughts on your opponent?
I'm really excited to get in there with Ryan. I kind of pictured that we would face each other in the final because he's a very disciplined athlete. He's a very strong guy. And I think we were both maybe favorites. And I think I'm a terrible matchup for him. And I'm the guy that can make this fight entertaining. And I think I don't want to take anything away from him because he has ways to win fights, but his style is not very fan-pleasing, and I have actually the skills to make this a fan-pleasing fight. And I'm just looking forward for both of us getting inside of there, expecting the best shape of the opponent and putting it all on the line. And I want to have a long fight. I don't want to have first round finish. I want to give the people what they need, and they need more airtime of Robzilla in the cage because the last performance was too short. You know, I want to give them more.
Thank you.
Are you hoping to make Ryan bleed so that you could sacrifice his blood to the pagan gods?
I wouldn't sit here. I literally would still be home if there's not a chance to make someone bleed, you know? That's why I took the flight to Vegas. You know, I don't go to jail for splitting someone's skull. That's why I'm here, you know? And that will never change.
Was there any experiences that helped you shape you as a fighter leading into the Ultimate Fighter?
Yeah, like I said, I think my whole life shaped me to be on the Ultimate Fighter. I would always, so Switzerland is a small country. We don't have established MMA community, right? And for me, growing up in Switzerland and trying to be a professional fighter was hard to find training partners. So I would travel. I would travel by myself. And I knew I would go to different places and get my ass whooped. And I didn't care. And so growing up, traveling like all over the place, I never had problem adapting to a new environment and also to eat some shit, you know? I was like, if that's what it takes for me to become better, then I do it. So being in the Ultimate Fighter house, for me was like natural environment. It literally felt like everything prepared me to be there. Because it's not, you don't have your folks around, you don't have your comfort zone. And I was like, comfort zone, what? You know, this is my comfort zone. To be in a new place, you know? I fucking enjoy new places. I love it, you know? So.
Can you talk about your trip to the mountains?
I know what you're referring to. All right. Okay. So, I want to say one thing before. I was thinking about consuming mushrooms, but the person that actually pushed me to was Alistair Overeem. We had a conversation about mushrooms. And he's like, yeah, you should do that. So, fast forward, 2023. I have a pretty important fight coming up. I traveled from Thailand to Switzerland like 3 weeks before, and in my headspace, I was not right, because I was battling staph infections. I had a very bad relationship at that time. So I go to the mountains, and I take a shit ton of mushrooms. I'm alone in the forest, in the mountains, in the dark. And I spent the night there. And I don't know how many grams I ate, maybe like 5, 6, I don't know. But after a couple of hours, the trees started bending. There were literally, no. Yeah, the trees were bending, and the gods showed up, and they literally told me, "You're the guy. We need you to bring us blood, violence. We wanna have something to cheer for, and you gotta make your ancestors and the old gods proud." And in this night, I felt so strong. I remember I took my shirt off. I started shadow boxing in the forest, and I felt like my feet would grow roots into the soil. And nature gave me so much power and strength going into fight week after that. And I would have those voices in my head all the time. And I don't know if you saw the fight. It was yeah. And I knew after this that this is my source of power. And that's why I always, like before fights, I look for that connection with nature and to connect to home soil if possible. But if not, even like just connect to nature, because that's where I gain so much strength from. And that's basically the whole base of Nordic paganism is the connection of man and nature. And yeah, that's basically the story of my trip in the mountains. Yeah.
That's literally it.
We're done. Okay. Thank you, guys.